Okay, so these are our Dirty Tackle Prawns. Yippee, they're here, ready to go, ready to ship out. So, points of interest of our prawns. The Kevlar matting that runs through the whole prawn, making it extremely tough. It's not uncommon for me to use one prawn all day and it'll still be on the rod when I go home ready for the next trip. So they're extremely tough, limo eyes, and lifelike action. Inside is a rattle chamber, which you can hear, which makes a big difference when you're chasing species like coral trout that like a bit of noise. The colours we've chosen are, we've been testing these for about 2 years, so these are our favourites. We will be adding colours to the range in the future, but at the moment this is what we have found to work. And I'm going to show you how to rig them up. So we've also chosen a 42 gram, which in the old scale is 1.5 ounces, and a 28 gram, which is 1 ounce hooks, because generally you need to get these lures to the bottom quick and bounce them off the bottom. It isn't finesse fishing, so hit the bottom and flick it off the bottom like it's a prawn darting away from the reef, and it's a reaction bite. Trout, cod, all those sorts of demersals can't help but bite a prawn that's fleeing from the reef. So that's the tactic behind that. Now to rig them up, I'll use a 42 gram. Points of interest are centre of the front, there's a rattle chamber. In here, the very start of the belly hollow and the very end of the belly hollow. So to do it, you want to go straight in the middle, straight in that cross section, and bring it down so it's just below that rattle chamber, which is just in between his eyes there. And so when you come down, try and go nice and straight, and you're going to come out right in the middle of the start of the belly hollow. Push him on, and we've made a nice tough grip so that it hangs on, which means you just got to give it a bit to get it up on there, but once it's on there it'll stay on. And then you flip it over, and that's the middle of that belly suit, but at the back, straight up in between there, you can see it coming out in the middle. Twist him up, get him nice and straight, roll him up, get that hook protruding nicely, and then the rattle chamber is just above the hook now. And so yeah, when you're fishing it, let it drop to the bottom. When you see your line stop, it's a really fast jig, 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 jig. So if it's a prawn fleeing from the reef, and then it'll sink back down, jig, jig. And imagine a prawn, they don't just go like this, they go flick, they stop, flick, stop, flick, stop, and then float back down. And quite often I'll just sit it in the rod holder and let him waft with the current, and I've been picking up pearl perch, Spanish mackerel, and other species, just having it hanging in the rod holder. And that's how to do it. Thanks guys, well done on purchasing the best lure on the market, and I hope you slay it.